So the delegates who are still outside, here is a kind request to all of you. Please come in and be seated. It's the time for our lightning talk, and it is going to be really lightning because we have got a content creator over here with us. So I request all the delegates to please come in and be seated. This is the time for the lightning talk. As soon as the delegates are here, then we are going to start with the session. So good afternoon, everyone. Shilpa Bhavna is here once again amongst you for our lightning talk, as I shared with you. And in this lightning talk, we have got an influencer over here. So I know that you all people are excited for this. Let me please give a brief about the speaker, and then I'm going to invite him for his address. So now we are going to have over here on the stage Mr. Anuj Ramatri. He is a digital content creator, and let me share with you that he is a passionate content creator and filmmaker with a career spanning 13 years. Has embarked on a remarkable journey as an eco-freak with an unwavering mission to raise awareness about sustainable living habits. That's really interesting. Some of his notable collaborations include Bamboo India, Vani Murthy, Lisi Priya Kangujam, and the talented artist Chetan Raut, who created a striking portrait of Anuj using 5,000 waste CDs. So how interesting that is, you know, CDs and DVDs, inka zamana chala gaya hai, but still we can make a good use of that. That could be beautiful as well. So Anuj Ramatri is also the founder of Eco-Freaky, an e-commerce platform dedicated to offering a wide range of eco-friendly and sustainable products. So he deserves your huge round of applause. Let's welcome Mr. Anuj Ramatri on the stage. I welcome you on the stage. So the stage is all yours, and I hope you're having a lot of something waste materials or the PPTs to show to the audience today?
No, nothing at all.
No, nothing at all.
To talk, that's
but a lightning talk.
But a lightning.
A lightning one. So let's have a round of applause for Anuj Ramatri.
So, नमस्कार, मेरा नाम अनुज रमात्री है. मैं एनवायरनमेंट पे फिल्म्स बनाता हूँ और पिछले 5 साल से मैं ऐसा ही कर रहा हूँ. आज बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे ऐसे होंगे जिन्हें लगता होगा कि क्या सस्टेनेबिलिटी में फ्यूचर है. मैं भी किसी से बात कर रहा था, उन्होंने भी ये बोला कि सर क्या सस्टेनेबिलिटी में फ्यूचर है. आज से 5 साल पहले 2020 में जब मैंने अपना पहला कंटेंट डाला था, तो मेरे पापा मेरी फिल्म देखे बहुत प्राउड हुए और बोले कि 2-3 फिल्म्स हो गई. उसके बाद बोले कि मुझे लगता है कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 10 स्टार्टअप होंगे, उसके बाद तू क्या करेगा एज ए क्रिएटर, व्हाट विल यू डू आफ्टर दैट. तो मैंने बोला देख लेंगे, जो होगा हो जाएगा. आफ्टर 5 years of my creator career, I have collaborated with more than 300 startups, and I'm sure कि आज 300 startups और होंगे जहाँ तक मैं पहुँच भी नहीं पा रहा हूँ. तो बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ अवेलेबल हैं सस्टेनेबिलिटी में. दैट इज़ आई एम 100% श्योर अबाउट इट. एक तरफ हम देख रहे हैं कि दुनिया जो है वो AI की तरफ जा रही है, और जहाँ पे लोग AI की तरफ मूव करेंगे वहीं पे अगर हम देखें नेचर किस तरीके से बैलेंस करता है, तो नेचर इस तरीके से बैलेंस करेगा कि अगर AI हम नेगेटिव देख रहे हैं, देयर विल बी समथिंग which will also be positive, like let's say sustainability. For me, I think that is the balance. Sustainability में अभी बहुत सारे careers available हैं. एक एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि मैं एक इवेंट में गया तो ये जोमेटो का इवेंट था और मैं वहाँ पे लोगों से मिल रहा था, बात कर रहा था, समझ रहा था कि कौन कौन आए हैं. तो एक अंजलि करके हैं, वो आई मेरे पास और बोलती हैं कि हाय अनुज, मैं जोमेटो की CSO हूँ. मैंने कहा यार अब ये CSO में मुझे नहीं पता CSO क्या होता, राइट. तो मैं मतलब उनसे पूछता कि CSO क्या होता है, तो मुझे लगा कि यार बहुत वियर्ड हो जाएगा, शुडंट आस्क समबडी कि वो क्या पोजीशन क्या है, और मैं डम लगूंगा. और मैं एज ए क्रिएटर गया था वहाँ पे. तो फिर मेरे को जिसने इनवाइट किया था, जिस एजेंसी से जिससे मेरी बात चल रही थी, मैं उनके पास गया. मैंने उनको बोला कि मुझे एक बार बताओ ना ये CSO क्या है. मैंने CMO सुना है, CEO सुना है, CTO सुना है, COO सुना है, सब सुना है मैंने, ये CSO क्या आ गया नया. तो उन्होंने बताया कि दिस इज चीफ सस्टेनेबल ऑफिसर. बेसिकली जोमेटो में कैसे सस्टेनेबिलिटी को ग्रो करना है, कैसे जोमेटो में, या इवन CSO जो एक पोजीशन, एक डेजिग्नेशन आई है, वो इस तरीके से है कि कैसे कंपनीज को, कैसे ब्रांड्स को और ज्यादा सस्टेनेबल बनाया जाए. ये एक डेजिग्नेशन CSO. तो C लेवल पे सस्टेनेबिलिटी के जॉब्स इस समय एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं. दैट्स व्हाट आई वांट टू से. आई हैव मेट लॉट ऑफ पीपल जो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. देयर इज नमन जो सिगरेट बट को रिसाइकिल करते हैं, सिगरेट बट को रिसाइकिल करते हैं, विच इज द मोस्ट लिटर्ड आइटम ऑन अर्थ राइट नाउ, है ना. वो उसको रिसाइकिल करके बनाते हैं, टॉयज बनाते हैं, वो उसको रिसाइकिल करके पेपर बनाते हैं, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें बनाते हैं. देन आई हैव ऑल्सो मेट, बाय द वे नमन की वजह से आई बिकेम अ फिल्म मेकर, बिकॉज मैंने उनकी स्टोरी एक अखबार में पढ़ी थी और मुझे रियलाइज हुआ था कि दैट बिकॉज आई वॉज वेरी सस्टेनेबल सिंस बर्थ. मेरे को हम बचपन में हम सबको यही सिखाया गया है कि मिडिल क्लास इंडियन फैमिली में हाउ टू बी सस्टेनेबल. तो मैं बहुत सस्टेनेबल था. तो मैंने जब नमन की स्टोरी एक अखबार में पढ़ी थी, तब मुझे समझ में आया था कि किस तरीके से एक इंसान सिगरेट बट से टॉयज बना रहा है. उस समय सिर्फ टॉयज बना रहे थे. और मैंने कहा एज अ फिल्म मेकर अगर मैं इसकी स्टोरी भी लोगों से शेयर नहीं कर पाया, देन what is the point of being a filmmaker, what is the point of doing mass communication. बहुत ही खराब हो जाता मेरे लिए. So then I met नमन ने मुझे बहुत इंस्पिरेशनल मतलब बहुत ही इंस्पायर किया और मुझे बताया कि किस तरीके से और स्टार्टअप्स हैं, और करते करते उनके थ्रू में बाकी स्टार्टअप से मिलता गया. और देन एक और जो मुझे बहुत ही एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी लोग लगते हैं जो बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं सस्टेनेबिलिटी में, इज आई मेट उत्तम फ्रॉम $0. उनकी कंपनी यूरिन को रिसाइकिल करती है. सो इंडिया में आई थिंक सिगरेट से लेकर यूरिन तक सब कुछ रिसाइकिल हो रहा है. तो मेरे ख्याल से अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो बहुत सारी हैं अभी, और जितने ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स बढ़ेंगे उतने ज्यादा जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी बढ़ेंगी. एंड ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है आई थिंक ICSE, ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां पे जो स्टूडेंट कुछ करना चाहते हैं, जो स्टूडेंट सस्टेनेबिलिटी में कुछ करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए बहुत ही अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है जब वो बात कर सकते हैं क्रिएटर्स से या फिर एजुकेटर्स से, हमारे फाउंडर्स से, ग्रीन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स से बात कर सकते हैं और समझ सकते हैं उनकी क्या स्ट्रगल थी और कैसे वो उसको ओवरकम कर सकते हैं. ये आई थिंक हम लोगों को इस समय बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्शियस होने की ज़रूरत है. एज अ स्पीकर आई थिंक बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्शियस होने की ज़रूरत है कि हम जो भी अपने आगे आने वाली जनरेशन को बता रहे हैं वो मतलब वो उस चीज़ से इंस्पायर हों, और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जितने ज़्यादा लोग सस्टेनेबिलिटी में आएंगे उतने ज़्यादा हम आगे और सस्टेनेबल हो पाएंगे, बिकॉज आई थिंक फ्यूचर इज़ इन योर हैंड. तो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट आई वांट टू से टुडे. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much, Anuji. And it's rightly being said always that be the example to the world that you want. If you want some more people to be the one like you, then you need to be the example yourself. And Mr. Anuj Ramatre is being one of them. So let's have a round of applause for him one more time. And Mr. Anuj has stepped down of the stage, but I would like to invite you on the stage because we want to felicitate you. So please welcome him once again on the stage with your round of claps. And I request Nidhi Singh ji from Mobius Foundation to please felicitate him. May we please have the memento on the stage. You may take a center stage, sir. It's always wonderful to see the youth doing the right thing at the right time. And as it is being mentioned by you, that this is the right time to have the green jobs basically into the sustainability world. Wonderful. So I would request Nidhi Singh from Mobius Foundation to please felicitate the influencer. Thank you so much. And with this now we have came to a point where we are going to have a really special address, and we have the dignitary over here with us, DGM of Bank of India, Shri Ajay Kumar. He is here with us. Let's welcome him with your round of applause on the stage. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is my honor to join this conference on the sustainability education. India stands at a crucial moment for climate action and green economic growth, with green jobs offering pathway to prosperity and resilience. Our nation can unlock millions of new jobs in sectors such as renewable energy, green transport, waste management, sustainable tourism, and fashion, all vital for our future. Yet there remains a significant gap in green skills training. Only a small portion of our workforce is equipped for these emerging roles, limiting growth and innovation. Banks, including our bank, Bank of India, who has just celebrated 120th birthday, are ready to help close this gap and enable India green ambitions. For generating the jobs in the green energy, bank contributes by other way, providing green finance and loans to support sustainable projects like energy, transportation, and eco-friendly initiative, helping companies and communities grow responsibility. Supporting sustainability education and vocational training, including partnership and prepare youth for green jobs. Integrating environmental, social, and governance criteria into lending decisions, encouraging business to adopt sustainable practices. Promoting digital banking and paperless operations, reducing our own environmental footprint and raising awareness among customers. Offering tailored products such as green mortgage, financing to electrical vehicles, financing to the corporate for the setting of the green energy project for the green energy product, financing to the individual for the setting of the solar and other panel, financing to the MSME unit for the manufacturing of the equipment which needed for the generating of the green energy. As a leading public sector bank, we commit to expanding these efforts and supporting government initiative for green growth. Together, through finance, education, and collaboration, we can close the skill gap, create green opportunity, and build a resilient, climate-ready India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm just taking this moment because we would like to felicitate you, and I would request Dr. Shailaja Donimpudi, Distinguished Scientist, Business Development Group, to please come on the stage and felicitate, sir. May we please have the memento on the stage? This memento is for Shri Ajay Kumar, DGM, Bank of India. We are really, really thankful, sir, that you are here and you have spoken to all of us regarding this really important subject. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And now it's the time for Plenary 3, and this actually highlights the technology and AI. This is going to be really interesting. Technology and AI driving green careers with AI innovations. So it's always being said that whenever we do some new innovations or something new is happening, so a lot of opportunities are there. But at the same time, when opportunities are there, there could be some threats. So that is the reason we all are here together to speak about those particular things, opportunities and the threats, and at the same time, we can overcome the threats, we can win those threats and challenges and take advantage of the opportunities. So in this particular session where we are going to talk about technology and AI, the artificial intelligence, driving green careers with AI innovation, we are having our chair and moderator. He is Professor Sachidanand Tripathi, Dean of Kotak School of Sustainability and Project Director, AI Center of Excellence for Sustainable Cities, IIT Kanpur. Please put your hands together while welcoming him on the stage. I invite you, sir, here on the stage. Sir is here. Yeah, sir is here. No, he has not yet joined.
But he's not there.
Sir.
Rest everybody's
So I'll just invite them till the moment.
and the Shailaja.
Shelton. She's there?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So let us just initiate with this session as I welcome all the panelists over here. Please join me in welcoming on the stage the lady whom we just had the honor to be over here on the stage, Dr. Shailaja Donampudi, Distinguished Scientist, Business Development Group. She's going to be the chair and moderator for this session. Please put your hands together for her. I welcome you, ma'am, on the stage. Dr. Shailaja is here. And into the eminent panelists, I would like to invite Mr. Gareth Dyke, Director Sales and BD for Evolution UK, and he is going to join us online or virtual. Yeah, he is going to join us online, or maybe if we are having the video, that I'll check with my technical team. I would like to invite Dr. Ibrahim Hafizur Rahman, Dean, Academic Advancement, Research and Development and Consultancy and Director, School of Sustainability in NAMTech. Please put your hands together for him. I invite you, sir, on the dais. Please join me in welcoming on the stage Dr. Manish Modani, Principal Solution Architect, NVIDIA, I think we call it Navedia, Bengaluru. Please put your hands together for him. I invite you, sir, on the stage. Dr. Manish Modani is here. So let's hear it for this eminent panelist. Please, let's have a round of applause for them. So as we initiate, since Dr. Shailaja is the chair and moderator for this session, so I would like to hand over the mic to her, because now time is really crucial and we are just running behind the schedule, so you have to manage that. So let's have a round of applause for Dr. Shailaja.
Thank you very much for those nice words of introduction. You've been doing a great job since morning, and I really appreciate the way you're trying to instill that energy into the people. Post-lunch normally happens to be very challenging. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session on AI. What does it say? The session name is missing here, but then it's basically we are trying to address on how AI and ML can bring in the changes, the technology and AI, driving green careers with AI innovations. Very, very pertinent. We are talking about green jobs and green skills, and in the context of AI taking over all of us, we always are debating on human intelligence versus artificial intelligence and how we can actually leverage AI into our daily walks of life in different fields and careers, and how we can actually utilize it and win over it and still try to get into the greener jobs. So in that context, I do see that the main objectives here are to highlight the AI-driven solutions, contributing to green transformations across sectors, to identify new opportunities and skills required for the professionals at the intersection of technology and sustainability. And then it's also important to discuss how the curricula need to be changed and the training programs need to adapt to prepare ourselves climate smart and tech enabled professionals. And eventually we need to come up with kind of outcomes out of this discussion with the eminent speakers and the panelists over here. I would be introducing them pretty soon, but I am setting the context in terms of what I'm expecting out of this whole discussion is gain insights into this latest AI-driven innovations, advancing sustainability, along with a clearer understanding of emerging green career opportunities shaped by the technology, exposure to those best practices and case studies that you have been exposed to share or impart those learnings with our audience here, most of them being students, that can inspire innovation and guide them to be more responsibly use the AI for sustainability. And finally, give those few recommendations which are important on how these academic institutions and the training providers can embed sustainability and AI into their curriculum. So this is the main objective and the expected, the discussion should flow through, I would say. Now let me introduce the panelists, the esteemed panelists. What I have, one is joined online, Mr. Gareth Dyke. Welcome to this session, and we are looking forward to having you discuss about these modalities which I actually explained at this point in time. I would rather refrain from introducing them because I have a long list of intro given, but in one word I would say that he is a very accomplished biologist and paleontologist, and he spent more than 2 decades working at the cutting edge of science, published 380 peer-reviewed papers, including Nature and Science. This is commendable, ladies and gentlemen. Please give him a big round of applause because he's been contributing to disruptive discovery, and we are very delighted to have you, Mr. Gareth Dyke. And quickly, I would like to also introduce the other 2 speakers. Briefly, Mr. Manish Bodani is a principal solution architect from NVIDIA Graphics Private Limited. I have known him as a person who is very enthusiastic and interested in trying to promote this particular technology of AI and ML into all different sciences, most importantly. So he is trying to help the startups, academia and other enterprises to design and scale cutting edge solutions in AI, high performance computing and also quantum technologies. He has a PhD in computational science and engineering and over a decade of expertise also in scientific computing, large scale simulations and AI infrastructure. So with this 3 very brief introduction, I welcome you for this particular session. Thank you very much for taking out time and being with us. Mobius Foundation really thanks you. And then I have another eminent speaker, or the panelist, Dr. Ibrahim Hafizur Rahman, Dean of Academic Advancement, Research and Development and Consultancy. He's also the Director of School of Sustainability, NAMTech, IIT Gandhinagar. So what else we need? He's an organic chemist, and being from chemistry, you know, I take pride to have another chemist sitting across on the same desk. And he has had his doctorate from University of Utrecht in Netherlands, and he has 34 years of experience in energy, environment and sustainable development. So with these few words of introduction, let's delve into the discussion that all of you all are waiting for. So my first question to each of you would be, mainly, we need to understand how, okay, these people say that your perspective we want to listen in first. You know, it just take 2 minutes, the one on the online as well. So introduction is over, so they know you very well now, and they are all ears to listen in to you on your perspective and experience on technology and AI innovations for green jobs. Over to you, Dr. Garrett.
Well, thank you so much for the chance to do this, and my apologies for not being there in person. Like, I'm a researcher in my background, as are the other members of our panel today, and I have spent my time over the last 10 years working with researchers around the world, helping them to develop skills to publish their research in journals and get their work out there and communicate their research with the rest of the world. And often that means helping people for whom English is not their native language. That means helping like researchers who've done great research and have fantastic data and fantastic results, but struggle to communicate those data and fantastic results in English. So one of the ways that I'm really excited about AI in the last few years and what's going to happen in the future is this leveling of the playing field, as we say in English, around the world. Being not great at English is no longer any problem at all for you communicating your research, writing up your research, and presenting your research to the international community. So that would be my opening comment in this panel, and I'm hoping that we can talk about this like a little bit more. But in terms of getting a job, communicating your research, like developing sustainability, developing research programs, we are living in a fantastic time for researchers, because now everybody can effectively communicate and can use AI tools to do that. So that would be my opening comment, and thank you again for the chance to participate today.
Thank you. I think you made a very valid point. You know, at one point in time, the Japanese, the Chinese and all, they were really feeling, although India, you know, we were very good with English, whatever, you know, the English people left over with us was that English. And so we didn't have that much an issue. But when it comes to having a level playing field, irrespective of language as a is something amazing, and AI came to our rescue. Fantastic. Thank you for that opening remark with that particular note. Can we move on with the same question to Dr. Rahman?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to Mobius Foundation. I'm here the second time. Wonderful to see the convening and all the right panels and right themes. On the perspective side, I think there are three critical elements that come to my mind. I come from an institution, the New Age Makers Technology Institute, which works at the interface workforce that is required is very critical, that our entire academic framework needs to get more aligned to the industrial and to Make in India and those kind of initiatives. So three things come to my mind when you talk of AI. One of the first things from an education perspective is to look at the entire aspect of design. And the role that AI can play in making design more sustainable. Focus on digital and AI and ML from the point of view of optimally designing. And this we are seeing as we move forward in the new manufacturing space and in the new industrial era of 4.0 and going beyond that. That's one. The second element of AI in terms of the skills that would be required for future and are already needed now is the entire focus on processes. And processes and artificial intelligence and machine learning will go a long way in process optimization. So it's not merely digital technology that we talk about, it's also more about what do we learn from each of the processes. And more importantly, and I'll come to this in the second round, you need much greater interactivity, and intelligence is more about talking to each other. The systems need to talk to each other, and that is the future, and that requires a completely different type of skilling and workforce need. And finally, I think it's also about the life cycle part, which is the maintenance part, which is the remanufacture part, which is the reuse part, which is refurbish part, where you need to use AI more for predictive, also use AI for end of cycle processes, and not lead into end of cycle, but go into a more cyclic processes. And there again, modern technology is going to play a critical role. So these are my opening remarks, and I can come back to each one of them.
Thank you.
later.
That was very nice. You know, he said 4 different points in the context of Industry 4.0, the skilling, sustainability design, the process optimization, and of course the interactiveness. But at the end, he was talking about the cradle to cradle, you know, that's how the life cycle assessment needs to be there for every process or a product, which is only when, you know, we can talk about sustainability, or otherwise not. Thank you very much for those remarks. Over to you, Dr. Modani.
Hello. Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me here. I would like to start that, okay, we started with job, and this topic is very pertinent. I try to relate with some data. The economy, if you see the AI economy, right now it is around 105 trillion. In 2030, it will be around 165 trillion. So the economy is growing around 4.5% per annum. Jobs will be there in this domain. Everyone has to embrace this, that this is becoming reality, right? And that's the one direction where we should apply our skills, be it AI, ML, or Gen AI, or more than that. Now future advancements are there. But we need to embrace that the jobs will be there, the job market will be there, different skills required there, and that will be there, right? At the same time, the challenge is to run these large models, large AI models. We need we have huge energy requirement for that. Right now, it is taking 2% of total electricity generation going only for data center. Soon it will be 5% and more. Now, as we go to anyone and anyone is saying we want to have data center or we want to have computer center in our office, first thing we ask how much energy you have or how much electricity you have. So there we need to do a lot to save that energy or economize that energy requirement so that we can get less energy and more output, right? So that's where the today's topic, like going towards AI and how to apply the green, that is looking very pertinent to that. The second thought where I would like to come is, generally all we have one thing in mind, that generative AI or large innovative direction of this compute side or generative AI, which is touching our day-to-day life, it is only for computer science, right? That's where we tell all our youngsters that go for computer science or their allied branches for their career. But I am seeing the difference now that computer science side, the people are going pure compute, but now we are seeing that Gen AI enabled models, AI for science, that is emerging domain, where you can have your expertise in a particular domain that can be applied using these tools. These tools are readily available. One can use in their day-to-day research, and they can do some innovation. So with that, I would like to pause here.
I know you told about the economy growth and how we can actually use this AI ML and for energy efficient systems and application to science. But then I want you to also throw light on agentic AI. While we are talking about this, it's in the interest of the students, I would say. What are your thoughts on the agentic AI versus the AI?
So, how many are using ChatGPT? Everyone, right? So that is the Gen AI outcome, and agentic AI is using that technology in your particular domain by a certain process. I would not like to go in that process, but yes, we are using agentic AI. As I speak, my team is working to apply in the weather forecast, to do the material side discovery, and of course we are doing language. You know that in India, I would like to talk more about India side picture because my colleagues are there, they will talk you the global level. So the India, you know that we have the Aadhaar and every day we have around 200 million authentication from there. And that is being happening in India, we have that much advanced compute power. About language if I go, we generally say we have 22 language. So whatever you are using all ChatGPT, Indian government is supporting now. Their mission is India AI. We are coming up with Indian language specific model. You might have heard Sarvam, Bhashini and so on, where we can have trillion parameter model, that is the unit of that model. And there you can ask in any language and it can reply you in any language what you want. So
Yeah,
that's where we are
great.
heading, and all those things are agentic AI, derivative of those. With that, now we are coming up with the stage where government is announcing soon the science-based foundation model. Again, suppose I am just taking hypothetical situation, would like to know what is the pressure here. Suppose you on prompt you simply ask what is the pressure here. It will be solved using thermodynamics equation, CFD equation, and it will let you know what is the pressure here.
Great.
Those kind of foundation models are being built. So
Okay.
agentic AI is going forward.
Yeah,
is the
great.
future.
So I just wanted the students to understand the importance of this and how the government of India is coming up with this Bhashini and other programs which Dr. Modani just now mentioned, which helps everyone and anyone to have access to information in their own language. I think that was the taboo at one point of time, and now we have overcome that, and information is beyond any language. There should not be any limitation. Great. So I move on to the next question quickly to Dr. Garrett. I would like you to highlight, it's a common question to all of you again, highlight the best practices and ongoing initiatives in your organization in this context of AI, ML technologies pertinent to sustainability and greener jobs. So you might probably focus more on that and let us know, those learnings when you impart, it's going to be very helpful to other organizations over here too. Over to you, Dr. Garrett.
Okay, thank you. We're spending an awful lot of time, at the publishers that I work with, trying to understand the kinds of tools that researchers use, and so what people are using in terms of AI in their day-to-day work, and how they're using those tools to develop, for example, research services, collecting data, analyzing data, finding literature, and developing those key skills that are very transferable into the workplace, but using AI to augment what would otherwise have been often quite laborious, quite time-consuming tasks that you have to do as a researcher when you're working, for example, on your PhD and you have to do a literature review, or you have to start to collect data, or you have to start to think about what's been done and where those research gaps are in your field, as we like to call them, and how AI has dramatically accelerated all of these different tasks that take place in the life cycle of a research project. So at our organization, we're spending a lot of time discovering and understanding how researchers work with AI, and then we're developing guidelines from our side. We're academic publishers. We're not the creators of content, but the publishers, the disseminators of content created by researchers. So we want to make people's lives as easy as possible, and so we provide training for young researchers, and we provide, we hope, clear guidelines for young researchers around what they could be using and how they should be using different kinds of AI technologies ethically. And I think that's one key word that I really wanted to emphasize in our discussions today, because of course, if I use AI to help me, to augment my work, to make my work better, more effective, more efficient, that's great. But if I start using AI to do all of my work for me, and this is particularly a problem in research, and in particular in applied research, where we actually need real data to be collected, we can't start seeing made up or hallucinated or AI generated data start appearing in the literature. I did a big presentation with a medical consortium last night, and you know they're facing big problems with AI generated data getting published in the medical literature, and then those pieces of research going on to influence policy. So kind of a long-winded answer to your question, and I'm sorry about that, but like that's what we're doing at our organization. Understanding and then trying to help researchers with training and clear guidelines. So thank you.
Okay, I like that, but then I want to ask you, the AI generated data is all from the known literature and what has been published, so it gets you all the data there. So as a researcher, you actually have to be innovative, right? What's not known is what you're trying to get out.
Exactly.
And then publish. So already we have lots of issues with plagiarism, ethics in publication. There are many papers already retrieved because of plagiarism and the false data. And of course, AI comes into as a helping tool to identify all this. So when you have so much of an access to the data, it's all the human intelligence that comes into the picture to be innovative. Beyond what is already known, you can actually use it to that extent, but then you have to use your brain and your innovative skills and your analytical and creative skills to bring out that component of novelty into your research. So how do you address this in your
that's what we're in danger of losing. I mean, you've nailed it, and I think that the other panelists will also want to contribute to this. But if you're not being innovative, if you're not using your own creativity to find new research directions or new questions, and you're just using AI tools all the time, then that destroys your creativity as a researcher, as an individual. And what we're seeing is this convergence towards like the mean, towards the average. And so, you know, data that you might generate or ideas that you might generate are just average. They're just normal. They're just, you know, median ideas. They're not innovative.
That's right. So
groundbreaking, paradigm shifting, you know, so that's
the game-changing research or the groundbreaking, path-breaking research will not emerge if you're dependent on AI. You have to still depend on your own self and your brain and your gray cells, right? So that everyone should understand and try to use the AI to their best benefit. So continuing the same question to you, Dr. Rahman, what are those best practices which you would like to highlight on the ongoing initiatives that you're taking up in your organization? Yeah, sure. But be crisp because we'll have to maintain the time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Just want to make a couple of points. Best practice, of course, is important, but we also need to put the context for the country and where we are in terms of AI. So one of the first things before we get into best practice is the use of AI itself across the academia and academic institutions. We've talked about ethical issues. It's also more about understanding. So one of the first things that we do is we focus on looking at prompt engineering and how you deal with prompt engineering. What could be the pathways and what could be the modalities? What are the legalities involved? What are the ethics involved? And I think there has to be a fair amount of debate in this country on this. Everyone is using ChatGPT, everyone is using a lot of AI tools, but there is a huge amount of fuzzy space around it. So that's one point that I want to sort of highlight, and that is an area that we are working on. Do we have a best practice case study coming out of it? I hope so soon. But at the moment, since this is a fora, I would like to flag this. The second element is that AI, of course, you can focus on ChatGPT and some of the tools that are already there, but we also have an AI generative, particularly from an education point of view. We use a lot of AI to create tools and to create tools for learning. We use AI to integrate it with the learning management system. and LMS is going to be a critical element for all the digital space that you create because that's going to be the memory, and how those courses are curated, how they are disseminated for future is going to be a critical area. So that's the second point. And the third point that I want to leave you with is that while we can continue to debate in terms of the tools, it is the most important element here is the inclusivity element. Because who has access to these tools and what is the pervasiveness of these tools across the institutions is something that we really need to focus on. So what we are doing, again, hopefully this should become a good case study, is to create a platform of learning and digital tools and digital spaces where several institutions can come together and we can exchange ideas and we can learn from each other, because as I said at the initial stage, we are still learning. There is a lot of fuzzy space there and there's a lot of legal elements that need to be addressed.
Yeah, you have been very, very honest and said what you're doing, and there's a long way to go while we are trying to integrate stuff. How about your end at NVIDIA, Dr. Monani?
Yeah, so our focus is use the tool effectively and impactfully. We understand AI we can't avoid. So just everyone said we use ChatGPT. I hope all are aware. If we do the Google search versus ChatGPT, we are spending 10 times more energy on that. So we need to keep it in mind what is good for Google search and what is good for ChatGPT to ask. And ChatGPT is certainly much more to get more idea what we are doing and all. Having said that, we understand now the research mode is changed, which I was discussing with ma'am. Earlier, in science or any subject, we used to do some research on paper, then we used to implement on compute side and try to get result and publish. That was the mechanism generally we have. In the new era, what we understand is first everyone has to get compute access, get some idea what these AI tools or models are doing, and then try to augment your research with those tools. AI is here to augment you. AI is not here to replace you, as well as not here to do everything. What ma'am was saying earlier, that everyone can get those data and publish the data or do the malpractice or wrong practice, that is not the use of AI. AI is here to augment you. The simple way is, if one work you are doing in 50 minutes first time, second time through AI you may try to reduce to 40 minutes and then make it 30 minutes and so on. So that is the proper way of using AI, and that's where we are using for it.
Great.
I can keep talking, ma'am.
Yeah, I know. No, that was a very crisp answer. I got you completely. So I hope that the audience has understood that AI is not here to replace the humans, and we need to only leverage and use it as a tool very cleverly to augment our research ideas or other concepts. But can you just, I know that it helps in acceleration of the research, which is the other way around now for the R&D scientists per se. You know, they first get into this mode of AI using this tool and then go back to their experimentation, because be it a catalyst design or a drug discovery, you know, we can cut down on the timelines. But can you also throw light on the differentiation between the AI and quantum, and how AI augmented quantum can actually make a change in comparison to just an AI ML tool? The question is to you only again.
That is an interesting question, but I will try to.
No, the organizers didn't give me these, but I am trying to put these things from my side.
Quantum is again new emerging technology. We are going at nanoscale and trying to use those particles and try to solve. Ideally, the quantum is coming to solve those unsolvable problems. Is it better? Yeah. So quantum is here to solve those problems which can't be solved through classical computing. It's a totally new computing paradigm where I mean, it is solved differently, and I don't want to go quantum theory side right now, but quantum is different paradigm. So that's where right now whatever compute we have is a classical and quantum is there. But future what we are seeing is the augmenting of these two together. Any application will start. If you start any application, generally you read the input data, then you do processing, your mathematical operations, matrix solver generally, and then you come with the output and in certain format you take the output. Those the solvers there in certain part of the application, the quantum will fit in. It will be hybrid computing. That is the future going forward. Now coming back to your question, ma'am, that where AI and quantum will merge and what it is doing now and what is the future. So right now AI is being used in quantum per se because quantum is emerging technology. Their processor, we say the qubits, they are also evolving. There are some error prone. People are trying to design new quantum computer, starting from hardware, what could be their time duration, what could be their error correction and all. Their AI is helping. Now going forward, the Gen AI model, what we are doing right now using, their training takes long time. The data we are using the word data is the next, or data is right now the key word. It's a currency now, the data is. The more data you have, more accurate data you have, you are more richer in one sense, right? So the training those AI model with those data takes significant compute right now. The classical compute, it takes significant compute. With quantum, we are expecting that will come down significantly. Quantum will help there.
So no, the classical versus quantum is not what I asked. I asked how, the AI/ML tool versus the quantum. How do you rate the difference?
There will be no only quantum, ma'am.
Okay, there will be always a twin or the hybrid computing, either with HPC and the quantum or the AI and the quantum.
So HPC is the underneath architecture, where HPC is nothing but a supercomputer where we solve large problems. Now how to solve large problem? One way is solving the numerical equation with certain boundary condition, we solve it. Now with AI, we solve through data patterns. What one person is doing, morning he's get up, evening he's sleeping, we have those data and we predict next day forecast. That is AI technique.
So the time taken will be way much reduced when you have this kind of a twinning.
Twinning, yeah.
That's
and then
what
energy requirement will also come down. That's the expectation.
The energy. That makes it more interesting in perspective of this conference because we are talking about sustainability and that's where, such kind of twin computing is going to help in energy efficiency rather than using it individually. So I come to my final question for the session. That is for all the speakers to quickly summarize on what are those key insights, the key comments, what you think are the main recommendations to this session for sustainability and in the light of the discussion on AI as a tool we are talking. Over to you, Gareth. So what do you think that one or two crisp liners from your side?
I learned a lot from this, and especially from hearing the contributions of the colleagues. So be careful with AI. Don't use it to replace your creativity and your thought processes, but use it in a sustainable way as well. Do you really need to use an LLM to answer a question that you could find out the answer to using a standard Google search or some other, way of finding out the information. We see lots of young people these days just asking ChatGPT, everything. What should I have for breakfast, ChatGPT? All this kind of stuff. So, those would be my, my messages. Let's use AI carefully and constructively. Let's not let it replace our own creativity as researchers, especially in my context. And let's be thoughtful and sustainable with the way that we use these tools.
So be diligent. This is what is your advice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Over to you, Dr. Eman.
I see the use in a much more stronger manner in terms of bringing it centrally into the academic fold.
Okay.
I see that in our schools, it has to come in a major way so that both in terms of its application, in terms of its, so we are largely talking at a higher advanced level, but I think it has to come into the curricula in a more fundamental way. That's one. The second is that as soon as it comes in a fundamental way, we need to enhance awareness on the sustainability of AI itself, and that is a critical area. And unless you do it bottom up, I think top down, a lot of AI in this country at the moment is being driven in an ad hoc manner, in a top down manner. I would like to see a more structured, more thoughtful, and a more policy driven approach
Very nice.
than what we have today.
Yes, that's really, really important. How best we can embrace AI into our classroom teaching is more important. Yes, over to you, Dr. Modani.
One thing I would like to say that we all use AI. Knowingly, unknowingly, we are using it. Now the question is how effectively we can use and make it towards sustainability, green energy side. There are tools which reduce the energy requirement, which reduce the carbon footprints, which helps for environment. I would like to say that keep an eye on that, but use AI, that also somewhere helping. One example I would like to throw here, the weather forecast what we get right now. If traditional computing we use, there we need 100,000 CPUs or systems to make the weather forecast. If we use AI, we need hardly 8 to 10 GPUs. That much carbon footprint, that much time required, everything we are reducing. So what I am saying, just keep an eye around you. There are AI tools which will help to make it sustainable, environment sustainable, and then you are helping, contributing for yourself because economy is going there. You may have more jobs opportunity there, as well as the sustainability also you are contributing. Thank you.
Fantastic. I think we had those closing remarks. I was clever enough to ask that question and got all from all the three speakers. I very dearly thank all the three speakers for being so sportive and giving all those insights to the audience. And at the end, Modani ended with that sustainability factor on how we can reduce on the carbon footprints while we use the AI. Thank you all for your patient hearing.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so we'll take one question because our panelists have really worked hard to make that finish this panel session on time. Yeah, please. So please have one question.
Anyone from the audience?
Mike, please. Yeah, we have this.
I missed that, yeah. Come again. From where are you? Can you please introduce yourself quickly?
Ma'am, I am a DRR and a sustainability consultant at an organization named as CROPSI. It works with the government of India in policy making, in disaster management, and particularly in the field of sustainable development.
Your question, you please repeat again.
Apart from the threat of creativity and the problem of plagiarism with the use of AI, there was a research conducted in University of Amsterdam which said that one Google search consumes 0.5 milliliter of water, whereas 50 ChatGPT prompts take 5 milliliters of water to cool down the server. And with the rate of increase in the use of AI, particularly in the academia field or among the youth, so is there any alternative to be used apart from water? Because water is the elixir of life and we face the problem of water crisis every year. So,
got your point.
Giving so much water to cools down the server apart, is there any other alternative option to us?
Yeah, I got it. Dr. Modani will answer that.
Yeah. So, cooling the heating from these compute servers is a major challenge. Yes. And cooling them there are various ways, not only water. There are the coolant also there. Nowadays, people are trying immersive technologies where they put server inside the water. If you see many conferences people are showing, many are trying to make data center inside ocean or Antarctica to save that energy for coolant. So the work is going on, a lot of work is going on. That's a big challenge, but yeah, many things are happening in that direction.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else?
Yeah, we have a lady over here for the question. And the final question.
Yeah, you may just crisply introduce from where you belong to,
Hello
your name.
everyone. Yeah, my name is Surya. I'm from Quest Alliance. We are a not-for-profit based out of Bangalore. We work in the education and skilling space for the last 18 years. I think there was very little conversation on AI to green job related, which I was really looking forward to. And one of the questions that I have is in that direction.
Okay.
So we were keen to understand what are some invisible forms of labor that is arising as a result of this optimization, like there is data labeling, there is system maintenance, etc. We just want to understand, are they really being acknowledged, or, are we being precarious about it? And what are some code of conduct that are being put out around it, as organizations such as you create such jobs?
Yeah, Dr. Rahman, I think you can answer.
Yeah, no, that's a very good question. And do I have a very straight answer? Unfortunately, no. This is a very burning issue at the moment. Some of the job transition part, there is a lot of green jobs that are emerging, which are going to displace some of the jobs. But also, as you create more jobs in this space, a lot of unknowns are still there. How that is being built in is primarily to look at the job market. I can give you the example of the automotive sector, where there is a transition which is taking place in a big way. So the transition from ICE to EV is indeed displacing jobs, but is also creating a lot of value chain. And that value chain is of a different nature. So you need upskilling, you need reskilling. So it's not always about displacement of jobs. It is also about creation. It is also about a lot of upskilling and reskilling. So as AI and ML and all these tools come into place, we would need enormous amount of focus on that, so that the job domains are protected and the new ones are parallelly created.
Great. Yeah.
Thank
Any
you
more?
so much. I think we are done.
We are done.
with the
Thank you.
questions. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much. And I would really like to add on to what our panelists are saying and the questions that we all have in our mind. We need to understand, change, maybe it's just a spontaneous thing, but when we talk about transformation, it takes time. And sustainability is about transformation of a society. So it will take time. इसीलिए कहा जाता है वो धीरे धीरे रे बना, धीरे धीरे रे बना, धीरे सब कुछ होए, माली सींचे 100 घड़ा, रुत आए फल होए. तो माली चाहे कितना भी पानी पौधों में दे ले, but till the time it's the season for that flower to bloom, it will not. So it will take time, but yes, we all are on the right path. So thank you so much. Let's hear it for all our eminent panelists over here. And I request Ms. Priyanka Sharma from Mobius Foundation to please join us over here on the stage. We'll have a photo up over here, and then we would like to felicitate our eminent panelist. Yes. Let us have a photo up first, and then we would like to present you memento, a token of remembrance from Mobius Foundation to all of you. And yes, Mr. Gareth, it will be a virtual memento for you as well. You have been associated with us so long. So let's have a round of applause, my dear friends. For Dr. Shelja. Let's have a round of applause for this acknowledgement. We are really thankful to you that you are here with us in this important session of the 7th International Conference on Sustainability Education. Thank you so much, Dr. Rahman. And we present our gratitude towards Dr. Manish Modani as well. Sir, you are also here with us in this session. Thank you so much. It was such an enlightening session. With this, I thank you all. Thank you so much. And now, my dear friends, it's the time for Plenary 4. And here we are going to talk about greening the jobs and careers. So, yes.